how has your perspective changed over the years? I mean, I met you 20 years ago doing a pretty strong vinyasa practice, pretty focused on alignment and articulation of the body. And 20 years later, 15 years later, I took another class with you. It felt much lighter. Not that that wasn't wonderful, it was just different.
Right.
How did your...
Well...
It's an assumption that it changed. Maybe it's all part of the same thing.
No, it's changed. Though it's been a slow morph. And it feels, to me, it feels very similar, actually. Except there's more self-acceptance. I mean, there's more that thing of doing the practice not to become different, but mostly just to, like, you know, wash the window, get comfortable, be happy, knowing that, you know, 108 back bends does not make you more enlightened. Parshvakukutasana every Wednesday or every day does not make you more enlightened. And especially if, you know, if you're having to maintain that under the guise that that's what keeps the window clean. I'm sort of losing it here, but back then, my practice, it was like it was more strenuous, and it was more, you know, like I was always looking to Iyengar, you know, at least at one point, for, you know, tips on alignment. You know, partly because I didn't know, like you're new to the discipline, and these are the teachers, and, you know, teach me what you're teaching. And so, like, I was, you know, learning alignment. I mean, the way I get it, the way I conceptualize it now is like, it's like learning musical notes. You know, like learn to make a good middle C, and learn, you know, like be. What I liked about Iyengar, this is sort of what you started off with initially. Like the reason what you liked about yoga was that it grounded you and got you into your experience, say. That's why I liked yoga also, and why Iyengar, for me, was especially good at the time, because he was so alignment oriented, it felt like math. And I'm like math, or used to, you know, like I'm sort of like, all my brother, like they're math brains, you know, like I'm just good at math. I liked having it mapped out and verbalized in the way that he did, because it brought my mind into the experience. But once that started to happen, then, and I didn't know that, it was confusing when this started to happen, actually, partly because no one was talking about it. No one that I was aware of was talking about it. Is that once you start getting into the experience, then the experience takes over. Like the experience starts teaching you, and you find yourself moving differently. Like the energy takes over. The music starts happening. And it sort of wasn't encouraged. It was like, no, you got to do it this way. You got to do it this way. And so I kept kind of like doing it the way I was told. But what happened, it was like it started becoming frustrating, or it's like the energy was getting dammed up, or it wasn't flowing, and it started feeling like, you know, something wasn't right. the result of that was continuing to practice the way I was taught, but not enjoying it the way I used to. And I didn't like not enjoying it the way I used to. And sort of that forced me to like stop going to classes, to like hole up in Santa Rosa, stay home, practice, like just kind of like let go of what I was taught. And then gradually, and let the energy start teaching me sort of what it felt like.
So you trusted that. You didn't beat yourself up because you weren't able to get to the next level of X, Y, or Z.
Yeah, though like the trust was like a slow morph. And it was like a confusing era because the trust was kicking in. Going the other way just started sucking. Like it wasn't, wasn't fun anymore. And so like it slowly morphed into the trust. And that's cool. And I think more people now are like ripe for experiencing that. And it's probably that sort of thing could be taught, or it could happen way faster than it did for me. But I think it requires teachers who are living it, doing it, who are, understanding it, increasingly, who validate the sense that, wow, your inner sense is trustworthy. Even little you, and even little you, your inner feelings are trustworthy because, even little you is the infinite erupting as you, and so like, even little anybody, if they trust into themselves, they're like tapping into the big mind, or whatever the good word is. But again, like no one that I was aware of was talking about it like that. And so it felt like I was breaking the rules. It felt like I was, it just felt risky, or it just felt right, but not validated,